Alright, so what's up my friend and welcome to this new video. So in this video we are going to see how to implement the wc command line in C. Alright, so first of all let's see the man of this command. So simply this command, it takes a file as an input and it's going to return to you how many new lines in this file, how many words, how many characters in this file. Alright, so this is what we are going to do. We are going to implement this behavior, and it can also read from the stdin. So for example, it can take the input from a previous command or from the stdin file descriptor or something like this. Alright, and we are going to see this in the video. Alright, so we are going to implement the -c for the characters, -l for the new lines, and we have a special flag which is -files from. Alright, so what this flag do. So this flag, it will give you a file, and inside this file, for example, if we will have a list of files, alright, separated by a null terminator, and the wc will loop on all these files and do its functionality, which counts how many lines, how many words, how many characters, and print them all. Alright, then we have here -bigl for the max line length, and -w, -word, and -total. I'm not going to implement it. And here we have -help and -version. Alright, let's see. So for example, I'm going to create a file, for example v file1, for example, like this, file1. Alright, for example, I'm going to write some text like this, some blah blah like this. Then I'm going to run my wc. So I'm going to do wc like this, and the name of the file, and the return value is like this. So each time take it like this. It will give you the new lines, how many lines in the first, then after which how many words, then how many characters, then the name of the file. Then in case we have more than one file, we will have the total right here. The total, which mean like the sum of all these values together, and it will print them right here. So 6 plus 6 equals 12, and so on. Alright, then we have some flags. So we have the -l flag, it will give you just the new lines. We have -c, we have -w, and -bigl, it will give you the longest line in this file. Alright, now let's see our special flag, which is --files from. Alright, so first thing, I'm going to create my file. So it's going to be, for example, list.txt. First, I'm going to use printf, because if I try to write -0 type it like in this file, it's not going to be typed as null terminator but just as characters. So I need to use the printf, and I am redirecting this text to the list.txt. Alright, and here I have the first file and the second file, and they are separated by a null terminator. Good, I'm going to press enter like this, and I'm going to run wc -files0 from, and the name of my file that contains the list of files, and simply we don't have this file. Good, so here wc, it shows an error, which is we don't have this file main.c or something like this. So what we are going to do, we are going to create main.c like this. For example, let's say some blah blah like this, blah 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 like this. Alright, then we are going to do the same thing, and as we can see, it opened this file and read the content in this file, and it reads on each file and do its functionality, and then print the values of each file individually. Alright, so this is the important flag. And we have another important flag, which is --version, and just print the version. But just to know, when we have the --version in our flags, it like stop everything. So even if we are like if we have a file, it will ignore this file and it will just give you the version. And the same thing with the help flag also, it will ignore the file and it's going to give you like just the help or the manual. Alright, that's it, let's start. So we're going to remove this file1 and list.txt, and I'm going to start in my main.c. So first of all, I need to create my int main. So I'm going to do it like this: int main. I need argc and argument vector, so int ac and sharp pointer av like this. Good. And just I'm going to print hello world like this. So just hello world and a simple new line, and here I'm going to include my file, my header file. I'm going to name it wc.h like this, and I need to create it, so wc.h like this. So here I am trying to include my important header files, so include stdio and also the unistd, so include also unistd.h, and include also what stdlib, the standard library .h, and include also what I need this header file, what for flux of the open syscall. Alright, so the flux, like the flux macros, they are live in this header file. Alright. So now let's add another header file. So let's say include string.h, so string.h like this, and I need also another header file which is include the sys/state.h, and this is going to be for the state function. Okay, so the state function we are going to call it in order to see the information about this file. Is it a directory, the size of this file, the modes, the permissions, and a lot of stuff. Alright, then that's it. And I need also a makefile, so I'm going to create my makefile, and I need a variable for the source file. Alright, so it's going to be in this case just main.c and wc.h. Alright, and here I need my output, so I'm going to name it, for example, let's say my wc like this, and my first rule all gcc-g for the gdb debugger, and I need my sources like this, and -o for the name of our binary output. Alright, then clean just rm-force and the name of our binary like this. Alright, good. Now let's do make, everything is good, run, everything is good. Alright, so let's continue. So yep, but before, guys, I need to show you how the wc is can read from the stdin. So for example, if we did ls-l and we did wc, for example, like this, so it's going to take the input from the output of this command, and using the pipe we are going to redirect this output to the stdin, to this command which is wc. And also it can read from the stdin like this. So if I tap it like this, some blah blah, and when I hit Ctrl D, it's going to give me how many lines, how many characters, how many words, and that's it. Alright, so we're going to implement also these two behaviors, which is reading from the stdin. So let's go to our main.c and let's start. So first I need to do a comment right here. So I'm going to do here a comment like this, I guess. Okay, like this. Alright, so first, okay, let's make a plan for our work. So first, what we need to do, first we need to do a parsing. Okay, so we need to parse the flags. So we need to parse the flags if the AC is bigger than 1. Okay, then what we need to do, we need to handle the dash files 0 from if it exists. Alright, because we need to open this file and read from this file and a lot of things. Alright, then we need to handle the normal WC behavior. Alright, so for example, let's say if we had, for example, WC file1 and file2, like the normal WC. Alright, then we need to handle WC that read from stdin, but it have some arguments. Alright, some arguments. Okay, so for example, let's say for example, let's take an input. For example, let's say we have for example, let's say, I don't know, actually I don't know. For example, if you have, for example, ls-l, and we are going to redirect all of this to wc, for example, -l. Alright, so this is the case, and we need this, the final case, which is make the wc read from stdin directly and wait for the control plus t in order to show the output. Okay, so this is our plan for this command line that we are going to implement, and let's get started. So first thing, what we need to do, we need to do an if condition. So if the AC does not equal 1, which is the AC is bigger than 1, which means that we have either arguments or files or whatever. Alright, then here we need to go inside the parsing. So let's say parsing args. Alright, and here I need to make a variable which is int is parsing, let's say parsing valid or not. Alright, so what we are going to do, we are going to, sorry, let's remove this. We are going to make the parsing equal to this value. So is parsing valid equal to this. Alright, good. Then here I need to okay, so I need some variables, but in order to make it more properly or more clear, I'm going to create a struct in my header file that will contain or that will store my flags. So I'm going to make here a struct that will contain all the flags of the program. Good. So I'm going to do type def like this, type def struct, and we have int l for the new lines, int w for the word, int c for the characters, okay, int lw, okay, int big L for the longest max line, and here we have int file from, for example, where for the flags, let's say here dash files 0 from flag. Okay, then what we have also, we have int v for the version. Okay, so have here int v for the version, int h for the help, and that's it. I guess that's it. Alright, let's continue. Then we are going to go to our main.c, and I'm going to create a struct. Okay, so I'm going to create my struct like this. So no, not my struct. Yep, I forget. When we use the type div, we need to give it a name. So here we need to give it a name. So is dash opt, for example, for options, and main.c, and we are going to create a struct from type is opt, and for example, let's name it flags. Alright, and here I'm going to pass the address, and let's set it to 0, for example, like this. And here I'm going to pass the address of this flags, this function. Alright, and also I need to pass the AV, which is the argument vector, in order to loop on, and that's it. Now I'm going to create a file called parsing.c. Alright, I'm going to include wc.h, and I need my function, which is int parsing args, like this, and is going to take a pointer to struct. So is from type is opt, and pointer to flags, and char pointer for the args, like this. And that's it. Now let's try to do a while loop. So int, for example, int I equal to 1. Why I did 1? Because I'm going to skip the name of the program. Okay, then here I'm going to do a while loop. So while args of index I does not equal the null pointer I plus plus, sorry, like this, and let's do printf and %s new line and args of index I, like this. Alright, now I need to add this function to the header file. Okay, like this. So int parsing args and is opt pointer flags, and here char pointer av, no, not av, I guess args. Yep, let's make here a comment, the parsing function. Alright, like this, and here let's add the file in our makefile. Alright, so parsing.c, good, make, everything is good. Okay, for example, hello world segfault, good. Now let's continue. So now we need to do the parsing. So let's remove this and let's add the increment, like this, increment. Alright, here I need to do an if condition. So if the args of index I of index 0 equal to dash to does not equal or equal to dash, which mean this is a flag, else just we are going to do I plus plus and continue, which means just skip. Right, and here continue, like this. Alright, so in the case we are in a flag, just we are going to do a bunch of if conditions, if else, and here else if, like this. Alright, so here we have our else if conditions, and we are going to start, and we are going to just do like this, just str compiling. So we are going to do str cmp, the args of index I is equal to dash l, like this, is equal to 0. If yes, then I need to access the flags, the pointer of l, and set it to 1. Alright, like this. Then the same thing right here is our comparison and args of index I, and compare it with dash w, for example, is equal to 0. Yes, then flags dash w equal to 1. Same thing again right here. Dash c is equal to 0. Yes, flags dash c equal to 1, and here also args of index I and dash l dash w dash c, and here dash big L is equal to 0. Here I need another what? Yep, here I need str comparison. Sorry, str cmp strcmp. Okay, is it equal to 0? Yep. Then the flags dash beagle equal to 1. Alright, sorry. Then here strcmp args of index I dash v. No, we don't have dash v, we have dash dash, so this dash v is not going to be sorted right here. We need another if condition, so let's remove this, and let's remove this if like this, and let's remove this also. Okay, so this if condition will be just for the flags that starts with just one dash. Alright, so here we have dash l, dash small l, dash w, dash c, and big L. Alright, so here in the case if this flag exists or not. So when we are looping and the flag is not equal to one of those, okay, we need to print an error. Alright, so let's see what the real command do when it doesn't know what is this flag. For example, wc-p is going to print this error, so I'm going to copy this error like this and try to do the same thing. Alright, so let's do print here, print like this, printf here like this, and new line. Another printf like this, printf new line. Okay, and here we are going to take this and print it right here. Alright, wc, let's say here my wc invalid option, and here our option, which is %s, and the args of index I. Alright, and here we are going to copy this and paste it right here. Bruh. Okay, let's continue. Dash n like this. Alright, and return -1. Alright, and here in the good case, if we have no problem, just we are going to return 0. Sorry, so here return 0. Alright, so let's go to our main.c, and here if is parsing valid less than 0, then just so are going to return 1. Alright, else just so are going to do printf, and just so are going to try to print the flags. Alright, so %d, and here flags .l, and here a new line. Dash w, dash c, dash big L, and that's it, I guess. Alright, so clear and make no problems. For example, here we have dash L, good, dash C, good, dash W, good, dash big L. Alright, it didn't recognize the dash big L. Alright, let's see why. The parsing, yep, here I forget this dash. Let's do make like this and run again. Right, so for example, if I add -o, it will give me this error. Alright, so it's continue. Now I need to handle the flags that start with 2 dashes. Alright, so I guess I need to add another if condition right here before this. So if, and this is going to be else if. Alright, like this. No, like this. Alright, so if args of index I of index 0 is equal to dash and args of index I of index 1 equal also to dash, then we are going to add our if condition again. So if str cmp of args of index I is equal to dash version is equal to 0. If yes, then get the flags of the elements v and set it to 1. Else if the str comparison, the str cmp of args of index I dash help is equal to 0. If it's equal, so get the axis of h and make it equal to 1. Alright, now let's see, make, and okay, for example, if you had dash version, and let's try to print dash v and dash l. Alright, like this, dash v dash h. Alright, make dash version and dash l. Alright, everything is good, nice. Now let's remove all these flags like this, and let's go to our parsing. Now we need to handle what? We need to handle this flag, which is, let's do char pointer, let's say if flag like this, which is this dash files 0 from equal. Alright, so as we said, this flag is starting with dash files. Alright, so we are going to do another function that will just check this flag, okay, and we need to go until this equal and get the name of the file, right? Because we need to get the name of the file, because it isn't a constant, it can be any name. Alright, so let's say we are going to call a function and it's going to return a value. So if I'm going to do int is valid byte flag, like this. Alright, so let's do like this. Sorry, okay, is valid flag. Alright, we're going to pass to it the args of index I and the flags, and that's it. I'm going to create it right here. So in top of this, so int, and is going to take is dash option pointer to flags, and here the char pointer the file name, no, the flag, like this. Alright, good, let's continue. Here it's going to be, I guess here it should be here. Alright, then what we need to do, we need to do alright, valid, like this. Alright, let's name it check flag, for example. Check flag, and here check flag, for example. Check flag, and here valid or not. If valid less than 0, then just return -1. Alright, let's go up here. So here I need int I to 0, and here I'm going to do an if condition. So if str comparison, no, strn comparison, strn cmp of the flag, and if bra. So we said here the flag, and here if flag. Okay, and here we are going to compare just the 14 character. Alright, like this. Is it equal to, what's going on? Is it equal to 0 or not? Alright, if it is equal to 0, then we are going to print if they are equal, like this, and new line. And here in the else, I'm going to print they aren't equal, like this, and here return 0. Bro, come on. Let's do make. Alright, we have a lot of problems. So we have check flag. Yep, I guess I hit check flag. Alright, I need to make it like this. Here I need to swap them. The flags, the struct is in the beginning, then the flag, the args of index I in the second. Okay, let's do make, and let's run with the flag. Right, so dash files from they are equal. For example, let's remove a character, it's not equal. Let's return this character, and let's remove a character from the file name. It doesn't matter because it's just a file name, but which matter is the flag. Alright, so here when I'm going to remove dash, it will say this is not a invalid option. Alright, so let's continue and let's see. So now we parsed our flag. Now let's get the name of the file. Alright, here else just we are going to return -1, like this. Alright, so here when it's equal to each other, now we need to get the name of the file. So I'm going to set a variable pointer called start will equal to null. Alright, so I'm going to loop until I am reaching this equal, and I'm going to make the start point to the character after this equal in order to get the start of the file name. Okay, but I need a place to store this file name, so I'm going to go to my struct and create another pointer called, let's say, file from name. Okay, let's just say file big f name. Alright, so this pointer I'm going to allocate a memory for it, and it will hold the name of the file. Alright, so I'm going to do while the flag and I ++, and here an if condition. So if the flags equal like this, then what you are going to do okay, make the start equal to the address if the flags of index I, no, just flag, not flags. If the flag of index I, then we are going to make this that point to the flag of index I plus 1. And here I need to do an if condition. If the pointer start, so we need to difference this pointer is equal to 0, which means that there is no file name that we need to print a problem. Printf. But before, let's see what dash files from, what the real wc command say in this error. Let's remove the file name, so we need to print this. Okay, and let's go to our parsing and let's just print this message. Okay, like this, and new line, and return -1. Else that's it. We are just going to break, and the start will contain our name of the file. So else if we print, okay, I need to get out from this while loop. Here's the while loop. Okay, so if we print here, printf the name, let's go like this, printf %s, and start is going to be like this, make. Okay, we have a problem in the line 11. Let's see. Alright, yep, I need a semicolon right here. Make. Alright, files from, yep, dash. Good. And here, for example, if there is no name of the file, and here, for example, the name of the file, sorry, here as you can see we have our name of the file. Alright, good. Now let's continue. Now we have the name of the file. Now we just need to make the struct inside my flags struct, which is a pointer to the file name. I need to allocate a memory for it, and it will point to the name of the file. Alright, so what we need to do, we need to make another variable, I guess. Yep, in g equal to 0. Then we are going to do what? We are going to do okay, another while loop. So the I will equal to 0 again, and I'm going to do another while loop. So while again, no, here just are going to make the flags dash what dash file if name equal to malloc. Yep, so we need the len, so we need int len, or you know what, I don't need this variable, I guess. So just malloc of strlen of the start +1. Alright, then what we are going to do, are going to make we are going to make what, we need to make while the start of index I doesn't equal the non-terminator I plus plus g plus plus, and that's it. Or you know what, just I and the flags dash file from file f name of index I equals start of I, and that's it. And we can print the file name from the flags struct, so %s, and we can do flags dash file fname file fname like this, and let's do make. Alright, we have a problem. We have a problem, guys. As you can see, it's going to equal the start of index I, and here the I should equal to 0 again, guys. Here's the problem. Make good. As you can see, list.txt, if it's null from 0. Okay, good, everything is good. Now let's continue. Let's remove this. Now I guess that's it. Yep. Okay, so this is our parsing. So we parse the flags, and also we parse the dash version and dash help and the dash files from. Now we are going to get out from this file and continue. Alright, so now what we need to do, now after the parsing we are going to do a lot of if conditions. Alright, so as I said, if the version or the help flags are activated, then we should not print any output, just the version if the version flag is activated, or the help if the help flag is activated. Alright, so here what I'm going to do, check if the dash v is activated. Okay, and here check if dash h is activated. Good. So we are going to do here if let's say flags dot v is equal to 1, then just we are going to print, for example, let's say printf, for example version 1.0.0 and line, and here we should do return 0, because what? Because that's it, we just need to return 0. We just don't need to do any parse or any execution of the files, or like count how many lines or how many counts. Just we need to return 0. And here if flags.h are equal to 1, then just we need to do printf and print, for example, domain wc, for example, and return 0. Let's do make, run, everything is good. For example, dash what's going on? Yep, here else no if return 0. Okay, what is the problem? Let's run gdb, break at the main, lay in, and what? Why it check flag is less than 0? Why? What the fuck? Yes. Okay. Alright. So here, as we can see, I don't need to do this else conditions like this. Alright. Make good, for example, dash files. Alright, here's the problem. Okay, let's go back to the parsing. Check flag. If it's equal to 0, yes. Else, here where I need to print the problem. Else make what's going on? Args undeclared. Okay, yep, flag. Let's replace this with flag like this, and make good from good. Now if you have dash version, dash version. What? Why? What the fuck? Let's see what is the problem. Break at the main, lay n dash version. Run dash version. Yep. You know what? Wait, this exit. Run again GDB. Break at the main, lay n, run dash version, and s good. Alright, here's the problem, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, if this is okay, if this is good, then I'm going to do I++ and continue to avoid this problem. And here also, if this is good, then I++ and continue. Alright, let's see. Make, okay, for example, -l. For example, if you have -f, good. If we have help, alright. If we have a problem in this flag, alright, good. Nice. Alright, now let's go back. So now what we need to do, we need to set another flag. So here we need to check. So now, as we said, so now we did the parsing. We check if the -v is activated or the -h is activated. Now what we need to do, we need to check if the file's flag from is activated. Alright, in order to go inside the function that will handle this case where we need to open a file and read from this file and parse the files inside this file and get information from them. Right, so we need to do okay, do the dash files, let's say dash files from behavior, like this. Alright, so we need to do an if condition. So I'm going to add another flag in the header file. So I'm going to do int files big F, like this. Alright, so I'm going to push the parsing. Alright, so if it's good, then I'm going to make the flag dash file, let's say what, file F equal to 1. Alright, so vmain.c. If this file is activated, then we are going to go inside the function. So flags dash files dash f. Now I need to create a function. For example, I'm going to name it handle file. Let's remove the cursor. File from, like this. And just to know, guys, as we said, we have the struct that contain our class, our flags, but we need another structure where we are going to store our values, like how many characters, how many lines, how many max line, and also the total words, total lines, total characters, and so on. Alright, so what we are going to do is we are going to create another struct like this, that will contain all the counts of our program, like this. Alright, so what we are going to do, type def like this and struct, and we are going to do here int lines, which mean how many lines, and here int words, and here int chars, like this, characters, then int max line. Alright, then here we need the total variables, so int total lines, okay, and here int total words, and here int total chars. Alright, then here int total max line. Alright, good, and we are going to remove the spaces. So now we are going to close our header file, and now we need to create a struct. So we need to create our struct. So I'm going to do I need to name it, sorry, we need to name it. So we're going to name it, for example, let's say is counts, for example, and that's it. So from the type is counts, let's create, for example, let's name it counts, for example, right? And that's it. I'm going to set them all to 0, like this. So what will be the work of this function? First, it's going to open this file that we are going to have here after the flag. Then we are going to check if this is a valid file or not, if we can open it or not, and a lot of checks. Alright, then we are going to open it and read from it. Right, so we need what? We need to pass the flags struct, like this, and we need also to pass the counts struct also, and what I need also to pass the flags dash file name, okay, file f name, like this. Alright, so let's create this function. Okay, I guess we need a return value, so let's say int, let's say return value, let's say just value like this. Alright, so if the value is less than 0, just return 1. Okay, so let's create our function here in our header file. So like this. Okay, handle file from function like this. It's going to return an int. The name is handle file from like this. It take the flags, a pointer to the flags struct, then is counts, pointer to the counts, and char pointer the file name like this. Alright, so we need to open another file, for example ftwc.c. Alright, so we need to include our header file wc.h, .h like this, and that's it. We need what? We need so now we need to define our function. So int handle file from like this. So as we said, it take the flags, a pointer, then is I guess is counts, yep, is count, a pointer to the counts like this, and char pointer file name. Alright, so now let's just print the file name to see. Alright, so printf %s new line and our file name like this. Let's do make. We have problems. Alright, so in the main.c, invalid type argument of. Alright, so I know the problem. We just need to replace what? Okay, here we are accessing our flags from here, so it's not a pointer. We just need to do the dot like this, dot files, and let's do make. Alright, yep, files f, I guess uppercase f, yep, let's do uppercase f like this, uppercase. Alright, good. Now make. Wow, bro, you know what, I'm going to retype it, so like this, file f like this, make, yep, here again just the dot, alright. I need to add this file, which is wc.c, into our make file. Okay, so let's do like this, ftwc.c. good. Alright, so let's do make, good, and let's run. Yep, I need to add O here. Alright, so it's printing our file name, good. So our function is working well. Now what we need to do, we need to create, for example, okay, so first we are going to create a variable called file descriptor. Alright, and here size t bytes for the read syscall, and we are going to open this file. Alright, but before opening this file, we are going to check if this file that the user passed to us is a file or directory, because as we can see in wc, the real one, if I passed, for example, let's create a directory, for example this directory, as you can see we have here a directory, and if I pass it to the wc with the flag dash files from, for example kkk, it's going to say an error, this is a directory, so we need to handle also this case. So I'm going to use the state function. So the state function, when I pass to it a file, it's going to check, it's going to do a lot of checks and give me a lot of information about this file, but the important one, which is the type of this file. So I'm going to create a struct, so state st, no, I guess struct state st. All right, then here I'm going to call my my function state, and I need to pass to it, I guess the file name, the file name, yep, first the path of the file, then the address of st, because it take a pointer to a structure, so we need to pass the address of st. All right, then okay, state. Okay, then I can print what? I can check if, okay, there is a macro in this state function, in this header file that's state.h. So the flag is s is directory, okay, and I'm going to pass to it the st.st_mode, right? So if it's true, if this condition is true, then I need to print this is a directory, and new line right here, just for test. Make, for example, like this, kkk. All right, good. So our function is working well. So first we are calling this state function, and it's filling this structure with information about this file, and we are checking is this file is a directory using the st mode, like the mode of this file. All right, so what we need to do, we need to do the same error that the wc give to us. So I'm going to copy this error like this and type it right here. Alright, and here I need the file name, %s, and here the file name. Alright, good. Now we are going to open our file, so open syscall, open like this, and the file name. Then here we need the open and read syscall. So and here I need the flags. Here I need the open and read at the same time. So here I'm going to do all read and write. Read and write like this. Alright, and 0 right here. So we are going to check if the fd is less than 0, which means there's an error. I'm just going to do printf like this, and let's see the behavior when we are passing the file that the wc cannot open it. So for example, I'm going to pass a file like this, so it's going to give me this error. I'm going to copy this error like this, and I'm going to paste right here, and here %s. Alright, and new line like this, and that says we need to return return -1, and here return -1. Good. Alright, else if all these checks are good, now we are going to read this file. So we are going to do a while loop, and inside this while loop the bytes are going to equal to the read syscall. I'm going to pass with the file descriptor and the buffer. So I need to create a buffer like this, so char buffer, and okay, I'm going to declare a macro. I'm going to declare a macro right here. in my header file. So define buffer size, size equal to this number, for example. No, just like this, for example. Okay, then here I'm going to use this macro, so buffer size, and here what I need to pass the file descriptor, the buffer, here I need to pass just the buffer here, and here the buffer of buffer size. Okay, and here I am telling him to read the whole buffer size, so here read this amount of bytes. Okay, while doesn't equal to 0. Okay, so let's add here a parentheses and here also. Alright, so while this condition is true, then I want you just to read, and each time you are reading, I want you to add the null terminator in the buffer of bytes. Alright, like this, buffer of bytes equals 0. Then just print this buffer %s, and that's it. Yep, it's and that's it, just buffer. Okay, let's see. Alright, I need a semicolon right here. Make, for example, let's say, good, it's open this file and read all his content and print to us. Alright, now it's good. Now what we need to do, okay, we need to remove this 2 lines like this. Now I need a total variable that will count how many character or how many bytes we have in this file. So we need int total like this equal to 0. Then I'm going just to do total plus each time. Alright, like this. Then if this total is equal to 0, which means there is no data in this file, just I'm going to return -1. Alright, else I'm going to create 2 variables, int I and int j, like this, and I'm going to loop on this total. So while like this, g less than or equal to the total. Alright, now here's the thing. So let's say move this, and for example, let's say we have this file right here, for example main.c and null terminator and main.c. I need to know how many bytes or how many characters I have here, because I am not going to depend on the null terminator, because here the null terminator is going to be in the middle. Alright, so I'm going to read the whole data, and when I will reach the null terminator, I'm going to do a calculation, which is like I'm going to subtract the current index from the length that we calculated in order to get the start of the name of the file. Alright, and we are going to pass this name of the file to a function called, for example, process file, and it's going to do its function. Okay, like count how many bytes, how many characters, how many lines, and so on. Alright, so let's continue and let's get back. Alright, so as we said, let's remove these spaces. Okay, so if buffer of index I equal to 0, which means we are in the null terminator, then what we are going to do is I need a pointer called start like this to equal to null the first. So this start will equal, alright, so as we said, we need to do the subtraction of the index and minus the len. So while we didn't reach the null terminator, then I need to create a variable called int len where I am going to increment it each time I identify the null terminator yet. So len plus plus like this, and here I plus plus, yep, I guess like this, and g plus plus. Alright, then here I'm going to do the start will equal the buffer of I minus len. Good, then that's it. We're going to print if our percentage s small s my start like this, and new line. Alright, good, let's see, make. Alright, yep, I need to pass the address of this buffer because this is a pointer like this, then make. Alright, so as we said, we need to do the printf, and for example main.c, and here also main.c for example. Alright, then make, then here I'm going to pass the list dot bin. Alright, nothing happened. Why? Let's see gdb, let's copy this command, let's see ggdb my wc and break at the main lay n run. Good, the parsing is good. Okay, let's see now. Good. Alright, if the buffer of index I equal to null, no. What happened? Let's see. Okay, like this. So print the g, print the I, print the total. Why the total is equal to 1? Yep, here's the problem. So as we can see here, we need to do the total will equal each time equal the bytes, not just plus plus. Make. Now it's good, but there is a problem here, we forget the m. Alright, let's see. So let's break at the main lay n run. Okay, let's print the total, print g, print I, everything is good. Alright, okay, let's print the start. Good, let's print the I, print the len, everything's good. Let's remove the printf because it's ruining. Like this. Make again, make gdb, break at the main lay n run. Alright, let's continue. Alright, let's see. Right, let's print the start, everything is good now. Yep, here's the problem. So here in this case, the len is for one file. So here guys, when we reach the null terminator, we need to reset the len to 0. So we need to remove this and add here the len equal to 0 each time, like this. Len will equal to 0. And let's print and let's see. Okay, good. Now let's add some files. What the fuck? Let's do, for example, -0 main.c, again main.c, and let's run it. Good, everything is good, nice. For example, let's add complex file. For example, let's say make file here fgwc, and here for example let's say wc.h. nice, good. But why it's printing here an empty one? Okay, let's copy this. Or you know what, let's remove the new line and let's see. Good, nice, good. Alright, now as we can see, we get our H file. Now just what we are going to do, we are going to pass it to the process file. So I'm going to create a function called process file. That's this function, it will open the file, check if it is a directory or not, and a lot of things. Alright, then I need to pass to it what? I need to pass to it the counts flag, the counts, and what, yep, and the start. That's it, and it's going to return a value, and we need to check this value. So here int value, process value, for example, process value. Alright, so process, sorry guys, process value will equal like this, and if the process like this, the process value is less than 0, then just we are going to do I++ and G++, G++, and continue, because if we have a problem in this file, then just we are going to print an error and go ahead to the next file. Alright, so let's create this function. We are going to go to our wc.h. alright, and I'm going to create another function like this. Alright, so this function is going to be process each file function like this. Good. Then int process file. Alright, it's going to check the s counts, pointer of counts, and char pointer the file. Good. Now what we need to do, we need to add another file. I'm going to call it utils.c. so here where we are going to declare this function, and the other functions they are just for help. Right, so I'm going to include my header file, so include wc.h like this, and create my function, which is process file is take counts pointer to a struct and char pointer file like this, and just we are going to print the file name for each file just for test. Alright, like this, and with a new line. Alright, then we need to add it in the make file, so this utils.c, good, make. Nice, everything's good. I guess why this new line here? I guess there is a problem. So let's do break at the main, lay in, and run like this. Alright, so let's continue, let's go here. Alright, how many bytes we have total? Okay, good. print the start. Okay, the first file. Alright, so you know what, let's remove this, let's just comment this function. Alright, gdb again, break at the main, lay in, bruh, come on, gdb, break at the main, lay in, and run. Good. Now we have our first file, print start. Good. We have our second file. Good. We have our third file. Good. Now our last file, which is makefile. Let's print the G, print the I. Good. Okay, print start. Good. Print I, print G, print total. Alright, everything is good. Okay, let's continue. Now let's remove this comment. Alright, so this function process file, it will first open the file. So just we are going to copy from here, so clear and cut. Just we are going to copy these two lines, struct like this. Just it's going to open the file and check if this file, if we have an error or not. So here we need int a file descriptor, it's equal to 0 in the first, and here is size -t bytes for the read. Alright, that's it. And what we are going to do, we are going to read. Okay, and here I need also the buffer. So char buffer of the buffer size like this. Sorry, buffer size like this equal no. And here we need a while loop, so I'm going to copy it also, this while loop. Alright, like this. Okay, but here what I need to do, I need each time the bytes. Alright, the bytes, then while like this. Okay, so each time I'm going to set the buffer of bytes to null. Okay, and I'm going to print the buffer to C. Let's remove this back. Print %s and the buffer. Make. Yep, we have a problem. We need to declare this struct. So I'm going just to copy it. Alright, yep, right here. Yes, I need to copy it and paste it right here, like this. Alright, file name. We need to pass the file because here we have just file, and here file, and here also file. That's it. Let's do make again. Good. As we can see, it printed all the contents of all the files. All right, from the wc.h until the make file, as we can see here. All right, everything is good. Now, what we need to do? Wait, what? Yeah, because we have an while loop. So each time it is reach, and it passes the file to this process file, and it reads and it prints the bytes or the data inside this file. Alright, so now what we are going to do, we need to call the counts word. So here it will be a count word, which will count how many words we have in this buffer. Alright, so now we are going to start to count in how many words, how many lines, how many characters. Right, so this function, it will check the buffer like this, and it will check what? It will check this variable, which is we are going to access the struct and access the word element. Okay, and we need to pass the address of this word element to this function, which is count word. Alright, so what we are going to do, we are going to pass the address, I guess, of what? Of counts of counts of word, I guess, because we need to pass the address in order to change the value, like the main value of this word. Alright, let's see. So now I need to create this function. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the utils.c, and here I need to create this function. So here I just going to return 0 like this. Alright, so here int count word like this, I guess. Let's see how it's look. No, bro, what? I am in the same file. Alright, so here int counts word like this. Just count y counts, just count like this. Okay, and it's need the sharp pointer to the buffer like this, and int pointer the word count. Good. Now what I need to do, I need to create int I equal to 0 and int a flag in word, for example. So this flag is going to say if I am inside the word or not inside this word. Alright, so just like a flag. So while the buffer of index items equal to null terminator, so I plus plus like this, and here I'm going to do an if condition like this. Here if the buffer of index I is equal to space, okay, or the buffer of index I is equal to top, for example, okay, or buffer of index I equal to new line, or buffer of index I equal to dash r, for example. Then we are going to set the in word to 0, sorry. Alright, then here I need a variable called int result equal to 0. So in the else condition, else if, what we need to do, we need to do if in word is equal to 0. If yes, then result plus plus and and inward equal to 1 again, and we are going to return the result. Yep, I guess this function will not return anything because we are changing in the value of this word, so just it's going to return a void like this. Good. Now let's try to print the file name and how many words it have. So for example here %s and %d and new line. So here the file and here the counts of words let's do make. Alright, we have a problem in the utils. Here we have words, not just word like this. Make. Alright, implicit declaration of function count word. Alright, let's see why. So here we have our buffer, so char pointer buffer, and here a pointer. I guess yep, here just count word. Let's add s here. Bruh. Conflict type of console, to void console, previous implicit declaration of code type. Okay, let's see. Yep, it's what? Yep, it should be on top of her, so it should be like this. It should be here. Now it's good. 0. Why 0? Yep, because here in the utils.c we need in the count word, in the count word we need to set each time the word count to the result. So when the function will return, then we are going to say the word count will equal to the result like this. Alright, then make. Good. Then if we run wc on the same file, which is list.bin, and we just specify the -w, it will be the same result. Alright, main.c wc.h, and the make file, and here the total. Alright, good. Everything's good. Alright, so what we need to do now, let's come back right here. Okay, so now we count how many words. Now we need to count how many lines we have. Alright, so I'm going to call another function. This function will be count lines like this. So it's going to take the buffer, and the same thing, it will take also counts dash lines like this. And here, just to know, the counts dash chars will equal just plus equal each time the bytes like this. Alright, so now we need to create the function count lines. So let's create this function, but just something else. I'm going to remove this from top here, and I'm going to make it down here, and just to avoid, because we know when the GCC compile, it's compiled from the top to the bottom. So when he reached this line, he called the count word, but he didn't find it yet. It's in the bottom here. So the thing that we are going to do, is to declare this function in my header file. So I'm going to go in the bottom here, count word function, and void, let's copy it, so cut utils.c, and let's copy this declaration of function like this and like this. Alright, now if we did make, now we need the count line function. So let's declare it also from here. It's going to be also void Yep, so void, so count lines function, and it's going to be a void like this. Alright, so now in my utils.c, I'm sorry, in my utils, not right here, sorry, like this. I need to create this function, so I'm going to go in the bottom here and create my function. So let's copy it from the header file, cut the w/h, and let's copy this declaration and let's paste it right here. Alright, good. But guys, I need one other thing, which is what, bro, here there's a problem. Here this is not a good declaration. Sorry, here we need to pass char pointer buffer, and here it's going to be int pointer lines, and here another pointer would be int pointer max line. Alright, so as we said, let's go to our utils.c, and now let's copy our header, our function declaration like this. Good, let's go right here, let's remove this like this. Alright, now just we are going to do int I equal to 0, int result equal to 0, which is like how many lines, result of how many lines, and here int longest line, for example, or let's just say counter, for example, counter, okay, equal to 0. So this counter will count how many characters in this line. Alright, so then we are going to do what? We are going to do while the buffer of index I doesn't equal to null terminator, buffer of I doesn't equal to null terminator I plus plus. Alright, so if the buffer of index I equal to 10, which mean a new line, then we are just going to set the result plus plus. Alright, good. Else, when the buffer of index I doesn't equal the new line, I need to make the counter plus plus to count how many characters in this line. So here, when we found that our buffer, our character is equal to the new line, then we are going to check if the counter is bigger than the max line. If yes, then please make the max line equal to the counter, please. Then set the counter. Alright, then no, not here. In general, each time we reach the the new line, we need to set the counter to 0, right? Like this. Good. Now there is just one thing. We need to set these lines to the result, like make the pointer lines equal the result, and that's it. This is our count new lines function. So just here, lines will equal to what? Lines equal to the result. Good. That's it, I guess. Alright, let's check. So let's go right here and let's add another %d for the new line. So here count lines, and here also counts dash max line. %d make Alright, there is some problems. So declared here too few arguments. Alright, yep. Here I need what? I need to pass also address of the counts of the max line. Okay, I need here a comma like this. So now make good. So if we run the same command and remove this flag, we are going to see we have alright, just let's add some things. Let's make it more clear. So as we see, we have the file in the end. Alright, so let's make this, so let's make it the same way. Alright, let's make here %s. Alright, let's do it again. Printf. Here we'll have %d space %d and %d and %s. So here we'll have this count lines in the first count dash counts lines, then counts dash words, then counts dash charts like this, and our file like this. So let's remove this, add a new line right here. Let's do make. As we can see, is the same output. Is the same output as we can see, but just one thing that we need to handle. Alright guys, there is a problem. Not the same output, because here as you can see in the characters we have each time is not the same output. Here we have some big numbers, but here it's just like small numbers, so there is a problem. Alright, so I guess I knew where is the problem. So each time here we are calling the count word, we are resetting the values in this structure to values from this function with the new buffer. But here just one thing that doesn't change, which is the count chart. The count chart, it always have the previous values. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a function. So I'm going to create a function right here. What is going to be named? It's going to be named void clear counts. Alright, so each time I done with a file, I'm going to clear all the elements of the structure to 0, or set them to 0. So here I need to take the s counts of pointer counts. Alright, then I'm going to loop on them all, like just give me the counts dash lines will equal to 0, counts dash, let's say dash words will equal also to 0, counts dash charts will equal also to 0, then counts dash max line also will equal to 0. And I'm going to set this function in my header file right here. So clear counts variables. What is the name of the function? uts.c, like this. Alright, and here it's take let's copy it all. Let's copy it all like this. Clear counts function like this, and I'm going to call it each time where I need to call it. Alright, right here, for example, clear count, and it's going to take the counts. Now let's see. Good. Now as we can see, we have the same output. Now just need the total. Alright, so now we process each file. Let's see the case if we have a problem in a file. So for example the makefile is not good, for example, and the wc it's a directory and we cannot open it, what will happen? Let's see the wc what will throw in the problem. It's print this problem and this problem, and it's continue normally. Now let's see our own. Alright, it's not good, it's not that good, guys. Let's add some new lines here, new line to see, and let's don't make again, run it again. Alright, so as we can see we open this key. Alright, okay, let's add a new line right here also. So here in the process file, if the return value is less than 0, is here we are returning less than 0 or not? Let's see, like -1 or something like this. Yep. Alright, so let's see gdb. And let's do break at the main lay in r --file 0 from equal list dot bin. Bro, come on. Let's copy this gdb break at the main lay in and run. Okay. Alright, let's see. Alright, so print the start, main.c, it's good, right? Let's yeah, bro, you know what? Let's remove the printf inside. Let's remove here the printf. Let's just remove or you know what, I don't need to see if I call the process file or not, just let's remove this part. Make break at the main lay in. Let's see. Alright, let's see. So the first is start is main.c. Good. Okay, this is the start. Good. So this is the start. But here is a problem. Alright, here's the second file, it's good. The last file, it have also a problem. Alright, so I don't know where's the problem exactly, but but let's go right here. Let's remove this printf conditions, this printf, like this, also this printf. Good. Let's do make again. This is the result of wc. It should print the value of main.c, and kk will equal to 0. Alright, because it's a directory, and here there is no such file or directory. Good. So gdb break at the main lay n. Bruh, come on. Break at the main. Let's continue. So here print the file name. Good. Let's continue. Bro, let's run again. Start. Good. Now we have the folder. Alright, so let's go inside the function. It's return -1. Good. Everything is good. Now let's print the start. What? Why kk? Yeah, because here, guys, when this is the problem. When the process value is less than 0, the len doesn't get reset to 0. So we need also right here set the len to 0 right here also. Len equal to 0, and let's go to the utils.c. like this. Okay, but where is the other thing? Yep, let's remove this also. Make. Good. No such file or directory. Let's just copy this problem like this. Let's just copy this, and here the name of the file, %s, like this. Alright, so everything is good now. What I need to do, I just need now to make a function that will print the data properly. Alright, and it will check if the flag is activated or not, and a lot of stuff. Alright, so now let's go to our utils.c, and here in the bottom I'm going to create a function called void print data, like this. It will take the flags, take s dot opt, and pointer to the flags, like this, pointer to the flags, and is counts pointer to the counts, and a char file name. Good. Now what we are going to do, if conditions. So if and What we need to do right now. So now we need to check if the flags L is equal to 1. If yes, then just please printf %d and counts dash lines. But here I need to set a flag that said that we just print the dash L, because as we can see here, guys, for example, if we print just dash L, the total, let's remove this corrupted file. For example, let's remove this, and here wc.h. okay, alright. So as we can see, for example, if we have the dash L flag, the real wc, it will just print the dash L in the total. Alright, so we need to handle also this thing. So I'm going to create a variable called flag in the struct flags. So int flag, like this. Alright, then clear. Then here in the utils.c, I'm going each time that I marked that so here each time I print just one flag, or like just one lines, I need to set these flags dash flag to 1. Okay, and we're going to repeat all this, and here if good. Now flags dash w equal to 1, then printf %d counts words and set this flag to 1. Okay, then here the same thing, I'm going to do it, flags again, flags dash c equal to 1, then printf %d space here, and space here, and here counts dash chars, like this. And here if the flags big L max line, then just printf %d and space, and here a comma counts max line. Okay, and here just we are going to copy this here also, and here also. Good. Now the final part, which is printing the file. So now if the flags dash flag is equal to 1, which means I just need to print the file name, like this, %s and file, and here a new line. Else what I need to do, I need to print the whole sentence, which is the three values %d plus %d and %s, like this, which is first counts lines, then counts words, then counts chars, then the file name. Okay, like this. Now let's call our function. So I'm going to call it right here, like this, print data. It will take, as we said, the flags, counts, and the file. Yep, just the file. And let's see, make a lot of error. Alright, implicit declaration. Okay, I need to add it to my header file. Yep, I need to add it. Print data, and let's just copy it like this and like this. Make. Okay, undeclared phrase first used in this function. What? Yep, so here we need to check. So here, as we said, we passed the flags, but this function, it doesn't have even the flags as a parameter. So what we need to do here, we need to take is opt pointer flags, and in the fgwc, it will pass to us the flags. So here in the process, we are going to check the flags also like this, and here row, and here the counts. Bruh, come on, like this. Then I need to change, I guess, in the header file. I guess no, process file. Yep, I need to change also in the process file. So first we have is dash opt pointer to flags, and here in the utils.c. alright, everything's good. Let's make nice dash l. It just give us the dash l like this, as you can see. For example, dash w, good, dash my own one, dash l, dash c, dash w, dash big L, the max line. Alright, now let's do them again from dash l. So the real one, dash l, as you can see, it's the same output, and dash c, it's the same output again, dash w, the same output as we can see, and here the dash l, big L, the same output as we can see. Good. Alright, now let's continue in the utils. So everything's good. Now I need another function that will print the total data. Alright, so what we need to do, so as you can see, my PC will turn off, so I'm going just to charge my PC and continue the video. Alright, so let's remember, where did we stopped? I guess we stopped in the utils.c file, where we tried to to build the print total function, I guess. Yep, so let's do a recap. So make. Alright, everything is good. As you can see, we can print. Yep, I need just to add O here. So yep, we need here a new line, so let's test it. Here in the utils, I need just a simple new lines. Sorry, I guess right here, new line right here. Alright, good. Now clear, and let's make again, run. Okay, everything is good. Let's try to change in the list. For example, main.c /0, main.c again /0, make file /0, and again wc.h /0, fgwc.c, and let's run. Alright, everything is good. List.bin. Here we are going to test the real wc. Okay, as you can see, it's the same output as you can see. Yep, it's good. Alright, now let's continue, and we are going to try to create the function that will print the whole count, like the total count. Alright, so what we are going to do, we are going to create a function like this. So void print total data like this, and simply it's going to take also what is going to take the is opt struct, which is the flags struct, then is counts, pointer counts, and I guess that's it. Alright, we are going to do the same if conditions. So if let's say if logs dash lines equal to 1, then here just are going to print the total lines. Alright, so %d space, and here we are going to do just count of total words like this. Alright, and that's it, I guess. Yep, I guess that's it. Totals like this, and yep, that's it. Alright, then another if condition. So if flags dash counts equal to 1, then we are going to do the same thing, printf %d space here, and we are going to do the counts the count of total what, bro, here lines, not word, lines, and here flags, here word, I guess. Let's see. Yep, words, and here total, the total words, I guess. Let's see, total words. Alright, good. And here what we are going to do, if okay, so if again, if flags dash chars equal to 1, then just are going to do printf %d space and counts dash let's say total chars like this. Alright, then if flags dash max line equal to 1, then just are going to do printf and %d space, and here counts dash let's say total max line like this. Alright, and here okay, so I'm just going to make a flag, so int flag to equal to 0, and if we print one of those flags, we are just going to set this flag to 1, flag equal to 1, and here flag will equal also to 1, and here the flag will also equal to 1. Then here we are just going to check if the flag is equal to 1, means just so are going to print total and done. Just a new line here, else we need to print the whole values. Alright, like printf %d space %d and total right here. Alright, so we have what, we have the flags, we have the counts dot total lines first, then counts dash total words, then count counts dash total chars, and that's it. Alright, so now what we need to do, we need to take this function and add it in our header file. So here print total data. Okay, so let's open a new terminal like this and cut the utils.c, and let's copy the name of the function right here like this and paste it right here. Alright, good. Now what we need to do, we need to let's say here, each time we are processing the value, we are adding values to the total count. Alright, so so I guess after each file process, what we need to do, we need to make it like this. So we need to add the total the counts, adding, let's say adding the current values to the total, like this. Alright, so counts dash total lines will equal plus equal, not equal, plus equal counts lines like this, and the same thing, counts dash total words plus equal counts words, then counts total chars plus equal counts chars, like this. And here another thing, guys, we need to set the max line. So if we see here the dash L, the max line, what is the max line? The total max line is the biggest or the longest line beside all these files. So we are going to pick the longest line, which is in this case 88, and we are going to print it in the total. So what we need to do, we need to go in our file, and we are going to do an if condition. So if the counts dash total, or let's say max line, is bigger than the counts total max line, then simply make the counts of total max line equal the counts of max line. That's it. Alright, and now we are going to print, when this while loop will end, we are going to print the total data like this. So print, yeah, but there's one thing else. How we would know that we need to print the total data or not is by what? By counting how many files we read. So we are going to go to our wc.h here, and we are going to add another flag which will be int files n. Int files n, like this. So we are going to go to the parsing file like this, and each time here as we can see, each time it doesn't start with this dash or just one dash. Here in this else condition, we are going to do like this. We are going to access the flags and the files n, and just plus, and here in our file we are just going to do an if condition, just a simple check if the flags files n is bigger than 1, then just call print total data. It takes what? I guess it takes first the flags and the counts. So flags and counts. Let's make. Alright, I have a problem. In the utils.c has no member called lines. Yep, our problem. It's my problem, guys. Here just L, and here just W, and here just C, and here just big L. Alright, let's do make again. Run. Okay, where is the problem? Where is the total? Where is the total, guys? You know what, let's go to the main.c, and after the parsing we are going to print this value. So just let's do printf %d and flags alright, let's do make, I forget just dot 0. Why is 0? So here in the else condition, flags of n files n plus plus. Here the if condition, here the else if, here when it's a file. But what? Wait, this should not be here, I guess. Yep, it should be here. Yep, it should be here. But in our case, we are not taking arguments from the from the shell. We are reading a file. So I need to go to the ftwc.c, and here in the total, here I need to add this right here. Then if I did make, alright, good. Now let's remove this in the main.c. Sorry, let's remove this print in the main.c, and let's do make, run with the same thing. As you can see, is identical. Alright, good. Now let's do some flags. Let's add some flags. For example, let's say just -l. The same thing, as you can see, is the same output. For example, let's add -c. As you can see, it's the same output. As you can see, for example, -l, and our program is the same output, guys. Alright, so the first part of this video, it's done. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to go to the second part, where we are going to read files from the user input. So it's going to be like this: wc, file1, file2, and flags inside. Alright, so let's start. Let's go to our main.c and let's continue. So we skipped this part, and now we have another if condition. Good. And here, when we are going to go inside this if condition, we need to return 0, alright, in order to do not get inside the other if conditions. Alright, so what I need to do, I need to go here, and alright guys, so now we are done with this part, which is like reading the files from this flag, which is files from. Now we have just left two parts, which is the normal behavior of ftwc, like a wc command line, which is just we are going to take some files from the user, like this, file1, file2, and some flags, and parse them and give them the output. And the last thing, which is it can read from the stdin. So we need to handle the stdin and reading from it and parse the buffer and print the output, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to do if files flags of files n is equal to 0, which mean we have just just flags, we don't have any files. So which mean that we need to read from the stdin. Alright, so what we are going to do, just let's create, for example, a function called, for example, stdin wc, for example, ft stdin wc, right? It will take the address of flags, the address of counts, and that's it. Alright, then it's going to print the data. Let's say print, no, not now, but it's going to print data. It's not that hard. Print data, what it takes, I guess, print data. It takes just the flags the s counts and the file. Problem. Alright, it's a problem, guys. You know what, let's skip this and let's work on the functionality of this function. Alright, so let's create a file. Let's create the function and pass it into our header file like this. So I'm going to add a function right here, stdin wc. Alright, so what is the name of the file of the function? Sorry, as we can see, it is stdin wc, so it's going to return void, I guess. Yep, void, and it take s opt pointer flags s counts pointer of counts. Alright, that's it. Now let's go to our file and go down here and let's create our function. Let's copy this function declaration and let's start. So first we need a buffer, so buffer and buffer of the buffer size like this. Alright, then we need size t bytes equal to 0, and I guess that's it. Then here I'm going to do while bytes equal read, and we are going to read from stdin, so stdin liano like this, and we are going to pass the address of the buffer of total, because each time I need just to pass the next chunk to fill it with the data from the user. Alright, so like this, and here the buffer size does not equal to 0. Let's add here parentheses like this, and here also. Right, and total plus equal bytes. Alright, then here buffer of total will equal to 0, and let's print this buffer to C, so percentage s and the buffer. Let's see, make. Alright, in the main.c, let's see. Yep, we have a problem here. Good, make. Let's run it like this. Alright, so there is a problem. Okay, so as you can see, it prints the buffer that I wrote. Okay, but there's a problem. If there is no flag, it will not work. By what? But why? Let's see the behavior. If files of n, okay. Alright, you know what? Here, if there is arguments, we are going to call this stdin, and here in the else, we are going to call it also like this. Nope, we are going to call it also right here, and let's see. Okay, so make. Alright, I need to create the s flags again. No, just s counts, just count, and paste it right here. Make what? Okay, let's see, bruh, come on. But the flags, I need also to pass the flags, but I know I don't need to pass the flags because I guess here also there's no need for the flags, I guess. Yep. But wait, No, there's no need for the flags, I guess. No need for them, I guess. I guess for the print we are going to need them, and here also, I guess. Alright, so let's create also the struct flags here before this. Alright, let's continue. Now make, bruh, come on. Why? Bruh, come on. Oh, it's good. As you can see, it prints the same data, and for example with flags -l-p, it will give an error for -p, so the parsing is working well. Alright, now let's continue, and just what we are going to do, just we are going to copy this. We are going to copy what I need to copy. Just I need to call two functions which are cut. Let's cut this. I just need to copy the what? Alright, the count word and the count lines, like this. Alright, so yep, just here. I need to count them right here in the bottom. Alright, like this. Then the count char will plus equal the total. Alright, then that's it. Then we can call the print data. Alright, we can call the print data. So here we can call the print data like this, print data, and I don't think what it takes. It takes the flags, the count, and the file. Alright, this is the problem, but I don't have any file to pass to it. So you know what, just I'm going to pass the address of flags. Let's make some space. Okay, here I'm going to pass the address of flags, and here I'm going to pass the address of counts, and here just I'm going to pass flags dot files fname, for example, and that's it. Let's see, make, for example, it's going to take from the SD, from the ls, like this, and let's run my binary. What? Alright, this is the problem, null. This is the problem, guys. You know what, I'm going to print it manually, or let's say I'm going to add another function. Let's call it here print void print stdin, like this. Alright, it's going to take s opt flags s counts, like this, and I'm going to copy all this, or let's copy it from here. Alright, so let's copy it, and that's it. And here just okay, here what we need to do, just we're going to do here return, that's it. And I need to add this function into my header file. So So let's cut the utils.c to get the name and the declaration of the function like this. Good. Let's do make. Alright, let's go to the utils.c in the bottom, and let's remove this, and %s also, let's remove it. Make. It's working well. What is the problem, guys? ls-l-l. Why it's print null? Why what the fuck? -l. What the fuck? What is the problem, guys? Print stdin. There's no file here. Don't say it. Bro, come on. Print stdin. Like this. Let's do make. Alright, let's remove this plus parameter. Let's remove it like this. Make. Bruh. What did I did? Bro, I need it here. Sorry. But let's remove it from here, from print stdin. Okay, so make. Good. But why it didn't print the -l, just the -l? Why? Because here, if we had the wc, is the same output, but I need just the 10, not the whole values. What is the problem? Because in the normal data, like -- file 0 from equal list dot bin -l is working well, but here it doesn't work. Let's see, where is the problem, guys? Where is the problem? Print data, and here if flags, no, here print stdin if, yep. What? So here if the flags are activated, then it will not. What? So let's try to remove this, or change this if condition, for example. So if does not equal 1, for example, it's to make ls what the fuck, what's going on, guys? Where's the problem? Where is the problem? It checks the flag, stdin wc. Let's see this function also. Everything is good, there's no problem. Let's see something. Let's try to print the -l, for example, -l flag, to see if it is activated or not. So %d flags -l, sorry. Bro, come on. It's activated, but why it's not working? I don't know why. utils.c. This is the function that it prints. So here, if the flag equals, it will print just lines. If like this, what's going on, guys? Let's try, for example, to test it like this. For example, dot as you can see, it's activated, by why it's not printing it. I'm gonna, why? Print stdin, but where's the problem? Which here everything is good. Let's go back to our main.c. Here, if the file n is equal to 0, we are going to set Yep, I guess here's the problem, guys, that we are setting a new flags. This is the problem, I guess. Yep, I knew it, because here we are setting like the all flags again to 0. So just need to remove this line. Bro, I am really stupid. I am really stupid, guys. I am fucking stupid, guys. -c is working, -w. God damn it. The problem was, what is that I was resetting all the flags to 0 again. So it's a stupid problem, guys. However, alright, let's continue. Alright, anyways, let's continue. So as you can see, it's doing the same behavior of wc, and it's reading from the input. Alright, so again, if I did something like this, like if I run, alright, now we need to handle what? We need to handle the stdin. Alright, so here I'm just going to add the same function, which is print data, like this, to take the flags. Yep, here's the problem, the flags. Alright, here's the problem again, guys, the flags. No, there's no flags. There's no flags here, guys. But alright, let's pass the flags and the counts. Address of counts, like this. Right, so make. Alright, no, print data stdin, not print stdin, sorry. Alright, so let's run like this. Good. Let's try to run it like this. For example, hello world segfault, hello, as we can see, and let's give it the same input. For example, hello world segfault, hello. Good. Here I just added a new line, and it's not the same like the same word. All right, so here just is the same thing. For example, if we did just hello world and here hello world, it's going to work. And the same thing here, hello world, hello world, it's the same output, guys. And we can add some flags. For example, here -l hello world, Ctrl D, and -c, for example, it's going to work. -w, for example, it's going to work also. Sorry. Good. So that's it. This is our last implementation in this command. So let's do now the normal implementation, which is if there is some files. Yep. So now we are going to implement the normal behavior of WC. So I'm going to name it ftwc, and it's going to take the flags. The flag is going to take also the counts and the AV. Alright, that's it. So let's add in the header file. Let's name it the main WC function. Alright, so it's going to return just I guess void. Yep, just void ftwc, and it's going to take s-opt flags s counts like this. Alright, so let's add it right here in the beginning like this. Alright, so void ftwc is going to take s-opt flags s counts sorry, and here char pointer av, the args. Sorry, I forget the args. So if we go again to the header file, I need to add the args right here. So char pointer args like this. Alright, so let's continue. We are going to add or to open some new lines. Okay, int I equal to 1. Okay, int ft, no ft, just int I1, and just I'm going to do while loop. So while args of index I does not equal the null. Okay, then I plus plus, then here if the args of index index 0 does not equal this, like this, else just I plus plus and escape. Or you know what, there's no else. Okay, then what we are going to do, we are going to pass the process file, and that's it. And we are going to take a return value. So int value equal to 0. So if value equal, if value is less than 0, then just I plus plus and continue. Okay, and here the process file was checks. Let's see in the utils.c. Yep, in the utils.c. Let's go up. It takes the flags, check the flags and the count and the name of the file, args of index I. Right, and it's print data, and we are going to do a check each time. So here, after looping, what we are going to do, if the files files n is bigger than 1, then print total data. What it takes I guess the flags, the flag and the counts, flags and counts like this. That's it. Make, no problem. And first file, second file, third file. Alright, there's a problem in the total. Alright, let's do it again. Main.c, make file, main.c. As you can see, it's the same behavior, but there's a problem in the total. Alright. Yep, because here each time we're going to process a file, we need to increment by ourselves. So files, flags, files n plus plus. What? Yep, there's a problem again. Here each time, guys, just to know, first, each time we need to clear our counts struct. So clear counts, and I guess it takes just counts, so just the counts. Okay, and here after the I guess here after processing each file, no, here it should be like this, after checking if the value is good or not, and after checking we need to add this value, which is our counts, lines, word, to the total counts and words and lines. Alright, so what we need to do, we need to go up here and in the cut fgwc, yep, like this. We need to do alright, so we need to copy this and paste it right here. Alright, good, and let's continue. Make, good, wc with the same arguments. It's the same output, guys. Alright, some flags -l, -big L, -c, -w. For example, broken file, it's print an error and it's continue. For example, a directory, it's working well. 2 directories, it's working well. Normal file, it's working well. Alright, so that's it. This is our tutorial, and this is our files. Let's remove this, -f, remove false. Alright, so let's try to do some general tests. So for example, let's do run my command -- files from, it's working, L, it's working, W, big L. Right, reading from input from stdin like this. Let's say it's working well. For example, pipes ls-l, it's working well. Good, the same thing. Good, same output. And for example, let's see, for example -big L, the same output. Alright, then normal files, all them together. Good. Now the same files, I'm going to pass them again to my real wc command. It's the same output, guys, as you can see. And so this is our video for today, implementing the wc command in C from scratch. and that's it, and see you in the next video. Peace.